Hi everyone, this is Lori McIntosh. I'm class of 2024, best class ever for sure, with Leadership Auburn, and I'm sitting here with Cleo, Courtney, and Katie, my fellow classmates, and we're just going to chat today about our experience with what we did last September 2023 to June 26th. That was the day we graduated, right? And I'm going to just start off with you. I'm going to pass this little. These are little fuzzy mics, everybody, just in case you wanted to know why we're talking into a flower. But you start off with just introducing yourself and tell us why you decided to join Leadership Auburn. Of course.
My name is Cleo Sanchez. I am the owner of Typewriter and Moss. I primarily focused on handmade goods, local community artists, makers, and so I really delved into Leadership Auburn to be able to connect with my community more and to understand the foundation of Auburn and how it all intertwines, so that way I could be a better advocate for our community as well as be a better participant as well.
She's got her flower.
Okay. I'm Courtney Portlock, and I joined Leadership Auburn mainly because I just wanted to be more connected. Like I've always felt very connected to Auburn, but I felt like I wanted to get like that inner working and just like really know like the nuts and the bolts of all of it. And just seeing other people I've known graduate and just how highly they talked of the program, I just wanted to be part of that and experience it.
My name's Katie Trimble, and I wanted to join Leadership Auburn just because everyone that I know that has gone through the program has spoken so highly of it, had a great time, met great people, formed awesome relationships, and everyone I know that's gone through the program is amazing, and I just wanted to be a part of it. And I've been trying to advocate for myself to be able to join it for quite a few years, so I was just really glad that it happened this year.
And I'll just follow up on that I was in Leadership Auburn and Leadership Morgan Hill in 2013, and it was an amazing experience. Got to know so many locals, and I just wanted the same for Auburn. Hoping to retire here, and I thought it's just a no-brainer. You got to do it. And plus, for my business as a realtor, I feel like every realtor should do it, just because people have to know who you are. And then the project is the opportunity to get really tight with your team and really know different personalities and how to work with them. So that's it. And then motivations and expectations. I'd love to find out from you guys, whichever, if you all want to answer, did it meet your expectations?
This is a great question. I came into it with some expectations of a little bit more leadership skills building, and I would have loved a little bit more of that, but I was blown away by the magnificence and the abundance of offerings that Auburn has to offer, and I was beyond happy with learning about Hopper Cave, and that was probably the coolest thing. It exceeded my expectations far beyond. But overall, I am so glad I took the class, and it met those expectations for me.
You know what? I just have to say, besides the cave, the bears, like the Mount Vernon, a lady bought a property that she's ahead of I forgot the name of it.
Gold Country Wildlife Rescue.
Gold Country Wildlife Rescue, and that she has building this huge area for bears that need rescue, mainly from wildfire.
Sally Sue Stein.
Thank you. Go ahead. Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, I would say that it did meet my expectations. I mean, I just wanted to learn more about my community and get involved more and meet people and give back to my community. And I feel like I did all of those things and more. I honestly had a really good time learning about the airport. I had so many things that I learned that I had just no idea about, because I don't really know anything about planes, so that was really cool.
Yeah. Did you want me to ask you a new question, or you got that one too?
No, I mean, I'll take a new question.
Okay. So,
For 500, please.
anything that was surprising or really impactful for you that you learned about our community during our program?
Well, first when it started out with the retreat, I was not I forgot to put that. So when we started the retreat, I was really surprised by just like how closely we gathered and like got to know each other, and like the motivation, skills, and like mindset that was passed on to us from Scott.
That was pretty fast, wasn't it?
It was amazing. I'm like, he's phenomenal. Like to be able to just come in there with like so much like abundance, joy, and like a mission, and like do it. It was like, yeah, no problem. 20 people that don't know each other, and we'll all be friends by the time we leave in like less than 48 hours, done. Like it was amazing. And it was kind of emotional. Like I drove home, like Katie and I drove home, and I was pretty emotional about it. Like just like feeling like so blessed to be part of it and lucky, but also like what an opportunity for me to grow in such an unexpected way.
Yeah. Anyone else?
I just felt like, honestly, after that retreat, I was radiating like on another level. Like the energy was just so high. I just wanted more of that. I was excited to like meet again and just like share our ideas. It was amazing. I felt like so connected to everybody, and it seemed like we did share a lot of the same passions about, you know, the community and uniting, and just a real love for Auburn.
I can totally agree with that.
Yes, I think there's no one better than what Scott did for us. Okay, another one. Let's move on to the Quail Trail project. What drew you guys to the project, and what specific role did you play in its development? I'll just go ahead and say that I was a sponsor lady, and I love fundraising. I think in my business and sales, I have no fear of rejection, so why not? If people say no, it's okay, next. But the thing is, nobody said no. Everybody wanted to donate, and those that didn't, they just couldn't afford it. And then there were some people that couldn't afford it that I knew they couldn't, but they still participated by donating. So it's really impressive. I'm like getting teary-eyed.
I think it's
Plus, I love trails. So you can go from a hardcore trail to a mellow trail for any family member, right?
I'm just touching base
Yeah.
back on your comment, but I think that's a huge testament to like what the Auburn community is really about. We're about collaboration, we're coming together for teamwork, and we've seen that in so many different ways between Leadership Auburn, between community efforts, and even some recent events as well.
Right. I agree. How about you guys? You definitely have to talk about it, you two.
So there was a lot of moving pieces to like start to finish, and my expertise just happened to be signage, working with cities, working with engineers, working with contractors. So for me, it was like so easy to just jump in and be like, oh, this is nothing to me. And it was really fun because I've been out of that position for a couple years now, so it was like it felt good just to be like vibrant and part of like just a job, any kind of job completion, even if you're not like part of it or you're not the contractor, but if you're just part of it and you're like, oh, I helped to do that, it's an amazing feeling. And I think the city was part of it, certain people, businesses, contractors, graphic artists, like there's a large chunk of people that like really touched on the whole part of the project, which is amazing, which is so Auburn. Like that's how we operate, that's how we roll. Like we come together and like everybody offers their input or their expertise, and the end result is fabulous. Can you add?
Yeah, I think just like what inspired me, I guess, about this project in particular, and just brainstorming about different projects, and I guess what maybe pushed us in this direction is that we really wanted to do something more than beautification, and we just kept going back to those core values from our retreat and uniting the community and really bringing like areas of downtown and Old Town Auburn together. And then I think everything just kind of came together, and there are so many beautiful things to see, and it's completely walkable and close and lots to do. And I think it just formulated from there our passion to do something more. And I think there was also a word of legacy going around, and I think that really resonated with people, and we just wanted to literally be the best class ever.
Right, and then just to go on beyond that, what do you guys think about locals and tourists coming here? What's the benefit of the trail for that?
I can speak on that a little bit too.
Here, you hold it.
So for myself personally, as having a shop here in Auburn, I had so many different tourists come and ask, like, what can kids do around here? And of course, there's bowling alley, arcade, there's the typical spots, but there's nothing that's free for a lot of families. I know that in a time like right now, economy's hard, and don't have a lot of excess money. Having a free activity to do that is engaging and an interactive is great for everyone, and one that also boosts also your physical and your mental health. So this was a activity and a tour that aligns with all of that, and it really highlights the importance of togetherness, and I think that that's the key to this Quail Trail project.
You guys good?
Yeah.
Okay, I think Cleo nailed that one. So, a next question. Memorable moments or a funny moment that you guys experienced in leadership?
Oh, I do. So on the day that we visited the Hover Cave over in the Auburn recreation area, there was these butterflies following us around.
That was a good one.
And was landing on a few of our teammates, and we just thought, like, it was this beautiful moment, and it was just so memorable. Just, it felt aligned. It was just sweet, and yeah, I guess beautiful is the right word for
We
it.
were
though,
blessed.
But we were, yeah, just, it felt like we were like kissed by angels almost of sorts. It's cute.
Yeah. Anything with the goats that was funny?
Oh.
I know you were obsessed with the goats.
I just love animals. Animal Day was my jam. If I could have gone in there and pet a raccoon, I'm like, yeah. So cute.
Oh.
Yeah, and the water, I thought that we would have a really bad smell at the sewer place.
Oh.
It wasn't bad at all. Oh, and I was blown away by how huge it was, and they said that they could just take over Auburn and a few more towns. How
Yeah.
lucky we are
State
to
of
have
the art
it.
Yeah.
equipment for like just our little town.
I feel like I really learned a lot, honestly, at every session. I could say I probably did learn something, at least one thing, if not multiple things I had no idea before. It was awesome.
Definitely. And what about future participants? Do you guys have any advice for someone that wants to do 2025, even though they will not be the best class ever? So sorry.
Big shoes to fill.
Courtney?
I mean, I guess my advice would be to just embrace the program and don't have any expectations, and just come in with your heart and your eyes open, and you'll learn so much about the community and then just about the other people around you, and then also the networking that happens when you're at the individual classes, and you just never know where that will take you, or where it just could be. It's just an opportunity to grow as a person and make connection, and I just say go for it. Like, if you're even wondering or curious, just do it. Just go for it.
So personal growth and professional growth was huge for you. You pretty much talked about that as well. How about you? I think you did too, but
Yes.
professional growth?
Definitely a lot of professional growth in terms of the connections that I've created, as well as for me personally, at least after the retreat, it gave me this sense of insight and reflection where I realized, okay, I'm not the only one here. I need to be a little bit more observant, or I need to be mindful of other opinions and not think so within a box, and be open-minded. And so that is something that I think that future leaders here in Auburn or community members can definitely resonate with and take away if they do choose to do the program.
Right. I would say for me, patience was a big problem I had. I have patience when I'm working with clients, and no issues there. But then when we get into, and this is just talking about conflicts and different personalities and emotions that happened, and we did go through a rough patch this year with a death from someone that we all care about. That's a part of this program, but just being patient with everyone and letting them be who they are. That was kind of a challenge. and just to zip it and keep my mouth shut, because I do have a big personality and talk a lot, and sometimes I can get a little carried away, and I got to learn how to slow it down. And it's I think that's an ongoing thing with all personalities and who you are, and that's just from being in sales. If I wasn't like in the front and really speaking my mind, then the next person will come and just take over that product that I was trying to sell, and I'll lose the money. I guess I'll lose the business, what I mean to say. Does that make sense to you guys?
That makes sense. I mean, I'm a firm believer in, like, if that idea comes to you, then you should go for it and do it. So I think it's in that same mindset that you were talking about with the.
Yeah. Do you guys have anything you want to end with before we go on a little mini walking tour?
I mean, I would like to say, just for like future, you know, classmates who might join the program, like, if you're thinking about it, like, do it and go all in. I guarantee you, like, it's gonna be wonderful and you won't regret it. Like, it was awesome, and I would do it. I would do it again if I could, like, all over. I would do it all over again.
Agreed, honestly.
It was great.
Yeah, I like that's our motto. I'm all in. We all have to say that and give a reason why.
And it's worth it if you do go all in. Like, the rewards, I feel like, are paying off now, to walk around town, to drive around town, to see our signs out there hanging, and to go to an actual physical website and be getting such positive feedback from the community and online. And it's just been, honestly, magical. I do feel like a sense of pride. And it's great. I mean, we put in the work and we should feel proud.
Yeah. 100%. 1,000%.
Best class ever.
Let's go. Let's take a look.